Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 1 day time frame for Bitcoin, because we are still seeing this bearish divergence play out on the 1 day time frame, which is when you have higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator. And typically this points towards a break from all of this bullish price action that we have been seeing here recently, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bearish momentum on that 1 day time frame. And if we actually take a look at this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, you can see that this is just being very confusing if you are trading this, where we're like getting a 10% dump, we're just retracing the full move, chopping around a little bit. So that bearish divergence on the 1 day time frame has been pretty confusing to trade. But either way, the way I look at this now is just by taking this swing low to this swing high here as an example. We basically retraced all the way to this Fibonacci golden pocket with this recent wick that we saw here earlier today. And as I said in yesterday's video, this is the key level to watch. So between 94K and about 93.7K, so long as we hold above this, we could see another leg to the upside here for Bitcoin. If we start undercutting this Fibonacci golden pocket, then we're already talking about reaching these recent lows here and potentially even undercutting those. So that is definitely something to watch out for. But for now, all I'm seeing is simply a retrace to the Fibonacci golden pocket and then getting a strong bounce off of there, right? So not much going on for now, but I mean, these lower time frames, like what a beautiful bounce from this Fibonacci golden pocket, and this price action has been absolutely insane to trade on the lower time frames. I'm talking about leverage trading, of course, because yeah, you're just getting this crazy volatility in the market right now, and this is actually beautiful to be trading with leverage. Although of course, be very careful and make sure you know what you're doing. Don't just ape into it with your portfolio or something like that if you've never traded with leverage before, obviously, but I'm just telling you what I am doing in the markets right now. Next, let's take a look at this descending trend line here for Bitcoin, because we have been taking a look at this trend line for the last couple of weeks. So far, we saw this break above. Then here we spent some time to actually flip it into a level of support, where previously it was a level of resistance. And now we are just continually testing this level once again. But I do think that so long as we are holding above that descending trend line with confirmed 4-hour candle closes, then there's definitely something to say about potentially getting another leg to the upside here. Of course, if we now lose this critical level of support, then yeah, I mean, we can definitely start talking about lower price action after that. But so far, all we've seen is a couple of wicks below that level of support. Now, let's take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, first of all, on this 2-week time frame. And what does this look like to you guys? To me, this looks like we got this big move to the downside, grabbed a bunch of liquidity here. Then we got this little bit of a bounce, but then we took out another massive pocket of liquidity here at around 94K. And right now on this 2-week time frame, most of the liquidity is in fact to the upside, sitting at around 99,000 US dollars, and even some liquidity as high as about 100K. So yes, of course, if we look on this 1 month time frame, there is still liquidity at about 90K. We might end up grabbing it if we lose some critical levels of support. But for now, all I'm seeing is this massive amount of liquidity to the upside and wondering how much longer this is going to actually stay here, because it looks like the Bitcoin price really wants to get attracted to this big level here, considering how much more liquidity is to the upside than to the downside right now. Next, let's take a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we actually saw a net inflow of about $350 million, with most of that buying pressure coming from the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. So obviously, with the Bitcoin ETFs buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of net buying pressure, obviously, this is going to have an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. So for now, not much is really going on with these ETFs. We're just seeing casual $300+ million days, because do remember that this is only on Monday in terms of inflows, what we saw here. So, I mean, obviously the inflows are just absolutely insane recently. And I do think with every massive day of inflows that we get, the odds that 100K was actually the cycle top becomes smaller and smaller, in my personal opinion, at least. Either way, this has been today's market update. Don't forget to join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord. This is one of the most active crypto trading communities in the space right now. and you can join it completely for free with the link in the video description. But regardless, if you do end up joining or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.